Well, this is something unique for this year. I think it's the first time I've ridden 3 days in a row. Just out for another little evening ride. I think other than going over to Ma and Pa's a couple times, this is like my third evening ride of the whole year. And what was going on, it wasn't just the price of gas, so yeah, that was one that makes you wonder. But yeah, I had a trade-in deal on Sadie that I made back in April, late March, early April. And it was somewhat based on the mileage, so I told them when I made the deal I was just under 16,000. I said I don't know, by the time new one comes in it might be 16,500, 17,000. They said, well, if you keep it in there we'll be in good shape. I was like, alright. So it's kind of minding my P's and Q's on mileage. And now just the opposite is going on, where I'm trying to burn on some miles. I get 198.5 right now, and I'm trying to get up to 600 fairly quickly. I don't think it's going to take too long to get there. And then as soon as that's done, I'll throw the trailer hitch on. 600 miles is the break-in period, and get all your brakes seated and all the rings seated and everything. And then I can start towing and doing some camping and whatnot. I'd kind of like to get it done in time, but I don't know. I'd love to be able to tow my camper, even though I have a trailer rented up at Sugar Ridge Campground for 10 days. Kind of like take the camper up with me, and because I can carry more stuff, which would be good. But I already worked out a deal so that talked with Bumpa yesterday and said, hey, if I come up this weekend, can I drop off like my big air mattress and my chair? I said, I can get everything else on the Spyder, but I don't think I can fit everything else plus those. And he said he'd help me out, so get a nice, I don't know, this weekend I'll probably end up putting 150 miles on the bike on Saturday. Maybe not quite that much, but run up Route 3 through Franconia Notch to Littleton, and then run over into Bethlehem, where they're actually going to be at a golf course all weekend playing in a big fundraiser tournament. So run over there and have a cocktail with them before they tee off. Then I'll head back down through Crawford Notch. Yep. Who knows, maybe spin off, go up over the Kank. Yeah, that's a plan. So anyways, a few days ago, get back to the topic at hand, or actually get to the topic at hand. Beautiful view, isn't it? But a few days ago, old Doyle of the Blue Bike and Doyle did a challenge from the Goofy Bastard. My friends hear that channel name, they're going to say, why didn't you take Goofy Bastard? Well, some other Goofy Bastard already took it, but I digress and wandering off track here again. Well, yeah, your favorite rides. Well, about your favorite roads, your favorite rides. To me, there's some similarity betwixt the two, because I haven't done any huge long distance rides for the most part. But I have a few that I'd like to mention. First one being was the one I went on last night. And I actually tried recording this video last night, but I left out one of the key roads or rides or whatever you want to call it. So here I am again. Good excuse. What the hell? Might just as well. But yeah, nice evening ride around here is you go over to out towards Moltenboro and go out Moltenboro Neck to little isthmus between the Neck and Long Island. There's a beach there, and you got water right on both sides of the road, and it's really pretty quiet and just all kinds of scenery out there. It's funny, you see all the garbage in the road and you want to yell at people for doing it, but it could have been a bear. Well, you'd never know. But yeah, it's just a great place to go, and especially after a tough day of work or whatever, just go and sit and relax for a couple hours, and if it's really warm out, stop and watch the sunset. Or you'll go over to the other side and have the sunset behind you. And it's a great place because really there aren't a lot of mosquitoes or bugs out there, so some places you like to go to, the mosquitoes and bugs around here will just lug you off. But yeah, last night I wanted to go over and get a couple more pictures of Josie. That seemed like an opportune place to do it, and it just reminded me that, yeah, I can include this on my favorite rides list. So we'll put that in at number 5, but who knows how many of these I'm going to do. We'll call it number 5, and if we do more, there will be bonus type material, don't you know? So yeah. My next favorite ride was a couple years ago. I went up to Rangeley, Maine. You can do it in a big loop where you end up coming back on about 30 miles of the same road that you left on, but it's like a 350-mile loop that you go on, and it's just all beautiful, you know, roads like this, and 50-mile-an-hour roads, 40-mile-an-hour roads, nothing real tight and twisty. Then you get up there and there's this overlook called Height of Land, and it's just absolutely beautiful looking out over the lakes around Rangeley. I want to say it's Rangeley Lake, but don't quote me, don't quote me. And it's just a really cool, quiet little town up there in the middle of nowhere. I can see myself doing that ride again, and you know, towing a camper up for a couple days. Can definitely see that happening sometime in the somewhat near future, after I retire. Yeah, absolutely beautiful ride up there and back. I want to go back up and explore more of northern Maine. There's a lot of great country up there. A lot of beautiful country. And most people only touch like the bottom third of Maine. Rangeley's a little over halfway up, I guess. So there's a whole lot of Maine left, and it's all country. So yeah, what was that? That was number 4. Number 3 is one of my camping rides. It's often one where every now and then I spend the night. sitting in Bebby and Bumpa's trailer. I'll have to inquire if I can drag my trailer over and just pop it up on their lot this year, and maybe try for my own lot next year. But they go over to Old Orchard Beach for 10 days in a place called Powderhorn Campground, and again, it's only like a 75-mile ride over, but all beautiful back roads and not a lot of traffic usually until you get into Old Orchard Beach, and then you're screwed. But yeah, it's really cool, and all the cool people there. And this is where they do a big fundraising event for their Sully Cat Fund, which I've done a couple videos on. So yeah, it's fun to go over and participate and watch, and as I said, every now and then spend a night or two. Good times, good times. Usually a pretty good crowd there. 10 or more trailers full of peoples. Then a few visitors come straggling in, such as myself. It's always a good time. That was number 3. My second favorite is one I'm actually leaving on in oh god, do the math, about 9 days, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's once again to go camping with a camping crew, but this is up in northern Vermont, up in Danville, Vermont. It's about a 100-mile ride. And you can either do it all highway, or you can take the back type roads. And I like taking the back roads. And you end up going up Route 5 in Vermont is one of my favorite roads, and it just parallels the Connecticut River, so you have all kinds of good views and scenery, and you're right beside Route 91, so if the road is in bad condition or something, you can just jump on the highway and go that way too and cut some time off. But yeah, beautiful roads, beautiful scenery, and at the end again, just some of the greatest people to hang out with and have a good time with. There's a couple birthday parties, and one of the little campers, she turns, I want to say 8 this year, and one of the moms, she has a birthday. And this year we have an extra celebration because Bumpa retires on the Friday of the camping trip, and Bebby has just completed her courses for her college degree. So she did about 2.5, 3 years of school, and then in 1.5, 2 years really banged it out with COVID happening. So yeah, she won't have to worry about studying during the camping trip. So yeah, that'll be fun. Looking forward to it. So what was that? Number 2? Number 1. And yeah, I miscounted. We're going to have some bonus material here. But my favorite ride, number 1, the Mount Washington Auto Road. What an experience. I've done it twice. Once on Patricia, once on Sadie, and now that I'm retiring early August, something tells me I'm going to be able to get up there again this year and take Josie on up. Just the breathtaking views. It's one of those where I'll only do it on a really good day, because I don't know, something about getting up there and Everything's all socked in. You can't see 3 feet in front of you. The wind's blowing. It's cold as hell. Yeah. I'll take a little bit of cold, but the sun's going to be out. Then you can just see all the views and everything around. Just absolutely outstanding. Get to see the cog railway coming up, and yeah, it's an experience. You have to do it. You can take a car up too, but if you don't feel like driving, if you're really afraid of heights, and you look at the videos of the road up there and it makes you nervous, take the cog railway up. They'll also drive you up in a van, but I don't know. If I'm going to drive it, I want to be in charge. Call me crazy. So yeah, it's one of those ones I've done it twice, but it's one of my favorites, and I look forward to every opportunity to do it again. So, and lastly, honorable mention. Like right now, this ride. Or if I was sitting in a chair, the next ride may just be going in a loop, maybe going someplace, maybe just getting out and burning off some stretch. Pull your damn pants up. Jesus. But yeah, the ride you're on or the next ride, those are right at the top of my list, because you don't have to wait for special occasions or weather, or it's like, hey, well, let's go. Always a great time. So anyways, yeah, to Doyle and Goofy Bastard, there you go. My favorite rides. We'll chat with you all next time.